Beautifully ignited souls. I want to say a big thank you to all the news, to all subscribers, new and existing. If you're new, you're existing as well. Okay, a big thank you to all my subscribers, and thank you for watching this channel, and thank you for sharing and liking. And of course, we are now going to take the opportunity to welcome the wonderful and great insightful High Priest Aaron, who's here with us to help us ignite our senses and ignite the 14 gods, that which we are the embodiment of. So this is really a truly exciting time. It may not feel like it, but High Priest Aaron is saying, you need to be encouraged. You need to really understand that you are about to cross, or you are crossing the Red Sea as the children of Israel. You are crossing the Red Sea, and that you need to be mindful of what it is you are thinking, doing, speaking, and all of those things, because they are necessary to bring you across into the land of milk and honey. The milk and honey, we have to touch on this, is because this is very truly exciting. Now, of course, I'll do just milk and honey quickly so you can understand. If you've been watching the my latest videos, for instance, a lot of the number 13 and 31 has come up. So let's quickly do milk and honey so you get the essence of what we are talking about. Milk, honey, Honey. So this is 4932. Adding this together, this is 14, 18. So 18 is 9. Okay. And honey is 86557. So this is 17. This is 23, 31. This is what I mean about 31. So this is 4. Adding this together gives us 13. Now this is what we have been talking about. We either have been really doing 13 or 31. So bringing this here so you can see 13 or 31, and this is really like Revelation, for instance, is 13. So I actually you may find how I do the numbers might be I could do the single, but I like to look at the last two digits that's before the single. So like milk and honey. So for instance, honey is did we have 31? Of course, and 31 actually is when we do the numerical value for 31, it gives us 17. That's in word form, and this would be 8, as in, so we can see so 9 plus 8 would be 17. So we can see, or 9, oh, had we do, sorry, 9 in numerical value as well, this would be 6. So we could add this together. We can see, I'm glad I'm doing this now. So we can see milk and honey didn't only come to 13, but it's also saying in 13, which is 1 plus 3 is 4. And it's also showing us that 6 plus, because we've gone through the 6 plus 8 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. This is where Moses, of course, had the 2 sets of tablets, and he met with God. So 5, the 5 I'm talking about is correlates with the I am that I am. I am that I am. When we do this, it comes to 14. So High Priest Aaron is saying that we need to like really understand, get a grip of where we are, get a when we say a grip, really try and get a sense rather of where we are, and look at what has happened, but also with the understanding that we are passing through the Red Sea. We are passing through the Red Sea. So High Priest Aaron, we do thank you for really enlightening us here, and feel free to really come through and shine your light here, or help us see more of what we can do that would serve us. Okay, so here High Priest Aaron has asked us to have this breakdown of the big five. So we have done four videos on the big five, and now High Priest Aaron is really saying yes, you do need to do this fifth one, and not just this fifth one, but this five series, which will be I think it will be 9 because it's 5 plus 4. So basically to really buff out the message that it is properly understood. So we will begin with Judaism, and I will do them separately so you understand this. One of the other things High Priest Aaron is saying to understand more about this is understanding that the total numbers of the total numerical values that we had with the big five came to 31, and also the total number of letters which we have also used in the calculation also came to 31. We understand nothing is by chance, so this would be 3 plus 1 is 4 and 4, and of course this would be 8. Now if we did the numerical value for EIGHT, we see that that also gives us 31. So this is how we know that our calculations are really robust, and we are, things whenever it comes, it's like that cycle. It's really is like the number 8 itself. It goes and it comes back into itself. So this is a cycle of life. Now High Priest Aaron is saying, God, show them what about the Father. So basically we all know about the story of Jesus Christ being crucified on the cross. I think we all do, because this is what the sacrifice template is based on. So just bear with us. Yes, High Priest Aaron. Yeah, we are doing it. Okay, so High Priest Aaron is really reminding us that all the stories that we read about, whether it was the crossing of the Red Sea, or whether it was the crucifixion, or all of those things, according to High Priest Aaron, it's the same. So he says the sacrifice. We see that we have the template here. If you are new to numerology or new to my channel, you can read, you can watch Introduction to Numerology by Crime Queen. Introduction to Numerology by Crime Queen. There is a series of videos that I did on this, but there was one extensive one that I did showing how this was developed and how robust it is, and even to the detail of the word form that I actually call them, so which I will do again at some stage, I am hoping to. So okay, so without going further, High Priest Aaron is reminding us that on the crucifixion, Jesus Christ said, Father, Father. He said this twice, and he says, why hast thou forsaken me? The word Father has 2, 4, 6 letters, meaning that 6 plus 6 would be 12, and of course 12 would be 3. So we can see 3 is that which sets the vibration for other things to get into motion. So it's like it restarts the program. That's how I see 3. Okay, so here, and of course it would be 12. Now, of course, as I say, here we had Father, which is 31. Oh, so we're talking about the letters here, okay? And the value is 6, 1, 2, 8, 5, 9. Adding this together, 10, 24, 20, 24, 30, 31. So 31, of course, we did the numerical value for 31 would be 17. And of course, this would be 8. Now, how does that really apply to us right now? Just watch. He said, Father, Father, twice. So basically, this would be a second time. And here, of course, we would have 2 8s. So adding 8 plus 8 together would be 16, and 1 plus 6 is 7. Of course, this is how creation, as we learn, has begun. God created the heavens on the earth in 6 days, and on the 7th day he rested. But we are talking numerology. So if we did the numerical value for the word 7, we not only discover that, of course, it is 7 as we did, but it has Mother Eve in it to really remind us that Eve is in everything. And so doing the numerical value for this is 15455. Adding this together gives us 20. Of course, just to show you where we are coming from, the word 20, TWENTY, gives us actually 26. You can do the math, and of course 26 is 8. So here we can see that we have started with two fathers, and this is what Jesus was about, because there he was coming into his own metamorphosis. He was crossing the river Jordan. Okay, he was crossing the Red Sea. He was crossing the different sphere. He was moved, and this is what is happening to us. This is why it is said, okay, some people like Elijah did not see death, or did not die, or something to that effect. But we must remember we are speaking in numbers, numerology, and so the word death, I believe the word death equals 20. So, and he went, this is another thing, that he went up. But if we were, I really almost can bet that if I was to look at this scripture verse, that he didn't see death, and I was to check the other words and see the numerical value, I'm sure it would equal death, meaning the same 20, to say that he crossed. It's like the 8, it forms a bridge, it goes up, and this is what's happened, and this is the infinity, this is that motion, this is what we are going through. And to really explain how we are going through this right now, of course we are just being mindful we're on 20, so I have got to explain this. So we are in 2020, and of course we have done the word 20, which gives us 8, and of course we have another 8. So actually we are coming into this 7. This is the new creation. This is the new, we are meeting with Mother Eve. And of course we can see that adding these two together, 7 and 7 together, of course, because old meets new in this sense, we could say. Of course, we have seen how that plays out, but we 7 gives us 20, and this is 20 is like the death stage of, as I say, you're going through, like a child is going through the birth canal. There's a dying that happens, that it's dying of the place, it's experiencing a death, it's experiencing it's grieving from the place that it has to leave, the home that it has known in the womb. And so even the word home, or home, actually means 5. So let's look at I thought I needed to do this to really show the construct of the big 5. So we are going to look at one at a time. Judaism. What we did, we added the numerical value, which was 23. 2 plus 3 is 5. And then we added the number of letters, which is 7. Adding this together gives us 12, which indicates the 12 tribes of Israel. And we know that Judaism actually really, I'm not, is it the Levites? I think the Levite tribes, I believe. Don't quote me too much on this now, but I think it's the Levite tribe that the Jews have really the tribe of Israel. Let's put it this way: the tribe of Israel. Okay, so we have seen that this number 12, as I say, would also coincide with Christianity as well, to show that the 12 disciples, or the 12 tribes of Israel, because there's a lot of similarities here. But adding these two together, 1 plus 2 gives us 3. And we are saying that this is the overall vibration of the Judaism. Judaism. Okay. So of course, so number 3, of course, we have seen number 3 as one of the most dynamic numbers. In fact, I had been doing 3 and 3 had put me to tears. As much as it might be happy, it's sad, it hits on every emotion you can actually think of. That's why it will turn into an M, it will turn into a 3, it will turn into an E, it will turn into a W, and then it decides to form the 8-petal flower. And of course, voila. Okay, so this is Judaism here, how it really works, because we could see as well, I feel the number 7 might be one of the most sacred numbers in Judaism as well, as we have counted, well, lots of sevens. We know there are lots of sevens. And we have 5, which of course coincides with Christ. The word Christ, Christ, is 32. 3 plus 2 is 5. Now, of course, not that I believe that Judaism acknowledge the 14 gods as such, like Christianity as well, although it is in the Bible, but we have 5 anyway. And of course, they do have the story of Adam and Eve as well. So we have Eve, which equals 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. We also have, like with the story of Jesus, I think where they differ Christianity and Judaism is that there is on its understanding that with Christianity, as they see Jesus as one, as God, Judaism sees Jesus as Christ as a Messiah, as a prophet, or so on. So there we see that there's the slight difference here. So another point with I would say with Judaism here as well is that they, of course, there's the 7. They keep the 7. Number 7 is like the Sabbath day. They really embrace that Sabbath day as well. So there is a lot happening around this. But the main emphasis I want to draw on here is that number 3, of course, as I said, is very dynamic. It represents the divided God and the blessed God. So these are the 2 gods we see here, are very as number 3. So these 2 gods, so we have divided God. Let's just see how they play out in Judaism together. And so divided, divided, this comes to 3. And we have blessed, blessed. So I'm just going to count the number of letters and see how this plays out. So this is 2, 4, 6, and 1, 7, which coincides with the 7 here, and 2, 4, 6, and 1, 7. Again, we have another 7 here. So we can see from the 2 sets of God, so there was divided and they were blessed. So we can conclude that Mother Eve is very present here. And of course, adding, if we were to add 5 plus 6, this gives us 11. 11. Now, as the number 3 that totals Judaism is very appropriate in the sense you can see how, we will see how 3, THREE, just to show that although we have, because that's the yes, that's the overall number. Yes, so I'm just hoping, I'm just doing this so I can remember to do the same for the others. So we'd have 5, 5, 9, 8, 2. So this is 10, 20, 29. 2 plus 9 is 11. So we can see that the divided God, we can really say that the divided God and the blessed God appropriately really matches, they really match Judaism. Now, I would make much more meaning to this, but I'm going to leave this there because I feel that this is really like spot on. Unless we say, okay, we could say do the numerical value for the word 11, 11, yeah, and Mother Eve is in the middle. And of course, it will give us 9. And 9 is about beginning, of course. And of course, doing the numerical value for that gives us 6. So basically, you are birthing. 9 is beginning, birthing something new, a new people. This is where we are at. So it's really just to show how Judaism is real, it, is really finding its place, or how it has taken its position in a universal, I will say this is a universal language and universal construct, because having 31 as the value and 41 as the numbers, I feel there's a divine intelligence that is really orchestrating this whole thing. And I'm thanking the high priest Aaron really guiding us to really do this, because I didn't really feel that this was going to be like this. So here we can say that Judaism has really proven that it has number 3. Now it'd be exciting to see what the others are. So let's say, okay, I feel there was more to say on this, but we will leave this on here. And we are on 21 minutes and 50 seconds. So this is really saying, well done. So thank you and stay ignited.